I don't have it in front of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sat up there and she got. Soon as I dropped her off.
Extend it beyond.
Hey, Greenville City Council will come to order. All the roll.
Schmidt, Whitaker,
Here.
Brown,
Here.
Ewing, here, Godwin,
Here.
Norris,
Here.
Rogers.
Here. I can get everyone to stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Evening, everyone. Thanks for joining the City Council. Approval of minutes that was sent out. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, they will stand approved as mailed. Approval of the current financial report that was sent out. I'll take a motion to approve that. So moved by Mr. Whitaker to approve the financial report. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ewing, yes, Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Approval of the agenda. A couple changes under the ordinances and resolutions. We need to amend that, adding in repairs, insurance payment and repairs for a police cruiser that was involved in that chase. Is that the only other change in the?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, moved by Mr. Godwin to approve the agenda as amended. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ewing, yes, Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
All right. Public hearing. Anyone who would like to come up and speak, please state your name and address.
Good evening, Aaron Moran, 408 Park Boulevard, Versailles, Ohio, and member of the
president of the Dark County Visitors Bureau, just providing an update like I did last month on our activities. You think after the summer, after the Great Dark County Fair, things slow down, but I think they actually might pick up for a little bit here. I had a great Shawnee Prairie Days at the Reserve at the end of September. And this month is pretty busy as well. We got obviously a big Fall First Friday here. We got the farmers market still happening this month. Bears Mill has their open house this weekend as well on Saturday and Sunday. And then next weekend, the Bradford Pumpkin Shows in the county. So again, a lot of big things. November, we've got the dirt drag races here and at the fairgrounds going on November 5th. We've got the Greenville Horse Parade coming up shortly in November, as well as the Hometown Christmas in Versailles. We are working with some partner hotels in the area for some events that we hope to be able to shuttle people back and forth from events and help fill up events, whether it's the Dark County Center for the Arts, the BMI concerts that we have as well, to help again fill up area hotels. We also, obviously with fall here now, the weather has changed finally. I think it's going to stay with us a little cooler. You got the Downing Farm and Broomball Farms are open for a lot of family fun. So still a lot of things going on in the county, and appreciate you giving me this opportunity. What questions might anybody have? Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Yeah, so when you said Bears Mill, I watched a YouTube video the other day, and I encourage everyone to watch it. There's like a 20-minute documentary on Bears Mill, and it's really, really neat. So I found it very interesting.
It's a good place, and I know that they do a lot of good work, and takes a lot of volunteers to make that happen, but they do a great service to us in the county. So thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you. Anyone else would like to speak? Matt Myers, Street Department report or anything? All right, administration report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Council President. Couple things, since the last meeting, we've had a oath of office promotion of Joe Bonham. As a sergeant, he's moved up, so you see him, congratulate him. I just want to make sure everybody's aware that the people that we saw and heard from last year at this time, from all the different housing, low income housing, places that they want to build something here, they're coming around again. I don't know why they'll wait till the last minute, but they do. So they'll go in a hurry to get something going. Then was it National Churches, Residences, and then Fugate, the guy's name is Fugate from Woodrow Cooper. And there's another one, and I got a call, but they didn't say their name, but it's the same people. I can't think of the name of the other one, the low income. Now that Woodrow Cooper wants to go to the same place out there behind Casey's, and they want to put in, they want to switch from family to senior living, but it's still low income. So, and I want to build like a 2-3 story building. So I don't, same story, same thing we had last time. So we'll see how it goes. I think that they're coming to planning and zoning at the next meeting, which is on third Tuesday, just before council. They meet at planning and zoning meets at 6. So good from them. Homecoming parade, homecoming's coming up this weekend. The parade is Thursday night. It's at 6 o'clock. Other than that, I'll pass them.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Safety Service Director, Ryan Delk.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks for this evening. First, you'll see a resolution here for our North Ohio project. We just conducted a rebid on that, and the bids came back favorable to Broomball Construction. So the plan now, once we get through the process, they'll probably start after the first of the year, and construction will go into at least summer. A lot of it's going to be dependent on parts. Traffic light parts are way out, and water line parts are 6 to 9 months on. So it just kind of depends where all that kind of stuff falls. But that'll be a new traffic light at Martin and Ohio, some utilities from Martin down to the bridge, curb sidewalks, and then we're gonna do some lane shifting at the bridge, and then we'll add a bike trail. So part of this, the bike trail from the bridge down to Alice Bish to connect to the other bike trail. That a lot of it was grant money through Clean Ohio Trails Fund. And then a lot of the other portion of the project was grant through Ohio Public Works Commission. On the sidewalk front, we have went around and identified our sidewalks in that phase 1 area that we presented there a month or so ago. And we brought a company in to evaluate and give us bids on the cutting portion of the sidewalk. I just got those bids back. That was right under $50,000 for the cutting portion. So now our next step with the sidewalk is to have Choice One Engineering come in and do estimates for each parcel separated out of what it would cost. Once we get that, I'll come back to you guys, and then we will send out letters kind of explaining the process that we're going to do, and then we can start to move forward with that sidewalk program on that phase 1 portion. So Friday night homecoming, the Greenville Athletic Boosters is going to host their 2nd annual food truck rally in the park. So it'll take place right kind of in front of the football stadium from 4 to 7 before the football game, so people can go out and grab a bite to eat. It was very well attended last year, and we had a lot of positive feedback. They'll have the Greenville Athletic Boosters will have their trailer out there selling items and promoting the Green Wave. Saturday night from 5 to 10 is the Main Street Greenville's Oktoberfest. It's going to be taking place at Annie Oakley Park and Yolo Park. We're blocking off a portion of Martin Street there in that area for them to host that event. They're having music and games and some fall type Oktoberfest festivities. First Friday is this Friday night, Fall Fest 6 to 9. Then Saturday morning is Day of Harvest downtown. It's 9 to 1. And then the last farmers market is downtown this Saturday, 9 to 1 as well. The fire department is hosting their annual fire prevention open house this Sunday, 1 to 4. Send everyone a calendar invite. And then to Thursday, we will have our bid opening on our water main transmission line that runs from the plant in. So hopefully those bids come back where we'd like to see them, and we'll start moving forward on that project as well. And without any questions, I will pass.
When's that bid opening?
10 a.m.
Salt barn looks like it's coming along pretty good.
Salt barn is coming along. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Leon. The all the walls are poured. They have the floors to pour, and then the place coming in to do the cover is expecting to be here November 1. So we'll get it covered and filled up for salt and ready for the season.
Now, what kind of cover will it be?
Like a tent type or canvas type cover.
Sort of like the state garage.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Much of Martin are they blocking off?
Just from Washington to Gray.
Okay.
Just that one block.
Any other questions for Safety Service Director? All right, we will move on to Mr. Reman, Law Director.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Just one item from me tonight, hopefully to combat some misinformation that is going around out there that deals with the ordinance that we passed regarding encampments and temporary structures. That ordinance, no one's been arrested on that ordinance. People's property is not getting thrown away with that. You may hear some of that stuff out there. What that ordinance does is it attempts to clean up our parks and our situations and help a situation where we've identified a serious problem. It does not criminalize homelessness, which is kind of some of the buzzwords that you're going to hear going around. What it does do is it targets encampments and structures that, you know, you're not going to be able to build essentially something to live in this area when there's alternative means. And that's another thing that's very important about our enforcement of this ordinance is before anyone is arrested or ticketed for it, we ensure that there's a place for them to go. We don't enforce the ordinance with no alternatives. So I just wanted to make sure that you all had that information. And with that, I'll answer any questions.
Have you seen, or did anybody forward you the email that came? I assume it went to all of us or the bulk of us.
I have,
From Lady, okay,
hence my comments.
making sure.
All right, thank you, Mr. Law Director. City Auditor Roxanne Woman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I shall pass this evening.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have a committee report that was due. I'm going to extend that and then also add in for the Dark County visitors so they can review both.
Thank you.
Sufficient.
When is the extension?
Oh, I'm sorry, and extend that out too, because we've got a couple people on vacation leaving for work. We're going to extend that out for the first meeting in December, which is December the 12th. All right, next we will move on to ordinances and resolutions. First, we have a supplemental ordinance.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022. This supplemental ordinance allows for appropriations in the general fund, sewage disposal fund, and park fund in the sum as follows. Refunds and reimbursements, elected auditor and treasurer in the amount of $4,000. These funds are needed for refunds of donations deposited in error. Equipment maintenance, police department in the amount of $13,459.05. These funds are needed to pay for police cruiser repairs. Office supplies, sewage disposal in the amount of $14,530. These funds are needed for unemployment payments through December 31st, 2022. Salaries, department head, sewage disposal in the amount of $20,000. These funds are needed for sick leave and vacation payouts. Professional services, park in the amount of $11,400. These funds are needed for engineering services for the Yolo Park restrooms. New equipment park in the amount of $1,538 and new tree planting park in the amount of $1,160. These funds are needed for trees and a park bench and were provided for by donations.
Move to suspend the rules, so let's give it second, third reading by title only.
Then move to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second and third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022.
Move to adopt.
Move to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have a resolution offering the safety service director to enter into contract with Garmin Miller for Yolo Park restrooms.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into a contract with Garmin Miller for the rendering of professional services for Yolo Park restrooms. This resolution authorizes the safety service director to enter into contract with Garmin Miller for the rendering of professional services in 2022 for restrooms in Yolo Park.
Suspend the rules and give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
It's been moved to suspend the rules. Give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Garmin Miller for the rendering of professional services for Yolo Park restrooms. A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Garmin Miller for the rendering of professional services for Yolo Park restrooms.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Been moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yeah.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, number 3, a resolution authorizing resolution accepting Greenville construction bid for North Ohio Street construction.
A resolution accepting Broombaugh Construction Inc. bid for North Ohio Street construction. This resolution accepts the Broombaugh Construction bid for the North Ohio Street construction.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Been moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
yes,
A resolution accepting Broombach Construction Incorporated bid for North Ohio Street construction. Resolution accepting Broombach Construction Incorporated bid for North Ohio Street construction.
Move to adopt.
Been moved by Mr. Whitaker to adopt. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
yes,
Okay, next we have a resolution authorizing the mayor to hire an interim water treatment plant superintendent, and this has a emergency clause.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to hire an interim water treatment plant superintendent and declaring an emergency. This resolution authorizes the mayor to hire Scott Wilson as interim superintendent of the water treatment plant. This resolution has an emergency clause.
move to suspend the rules on this resolution, give it second, third reading by title only.
Been moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules of this resolution, second, third reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes,
A resolution authorizing the mayor to hire an interim water treatment plant superintendent and declaring an emergency. A resolution authorizing the mayor to hire an interim water treatment plant superintendent and declaring an emergency.
move to adopt the emergency clause.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt emergency clause. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes,
Move to adopt.
Moved by Mr. Brown to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
yes,
Okay. Number 5. Yes.
Since you brought that up, I'm sorry, since we passed that last resolution, I just want to bring up, I want to say to everybody that we appreciate the work that Gary Evans did for us, and we wish him the best. So, and that's the reason we do have the opening and the interim superintendent, so. We'll see the guy, we appreciate him, and treated us good, so wish him the best. So that's it. I just want to make sure we brought it up. Thanks.
Yep. Call the roll. Or no, I'm sorry, number 5, resolution approving a contract for trash and recycled materials removal.
A resolution to approve a contract for trash, recyclable materials removal and disposal. This resolution authorizes the safety service director to enter into contract with Rumpke Waste Disposal for the removal and disposal of trash and recyclable materials.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution, read it by title only, second and third time.
It's been moved by Mr. Godwin to suspend rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
yes,
A resolution to approve a contract for trash and recyclable materials removal and disposal. A resolution to approve a contract for trash and recyclable materials removal and disposal.
Move to adopt.
Who said that, Jeff?
Yeah.
Moved by Mr. Whitaker to adopt. Discussion. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
No.
Ely,
yes,
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
yes,
That's enough to pass it. Okay, that completes our resolution.
you're the sixth one, I think.
Nope.
I don't mind.
Oh, okay,
You have it. You amended.
You amended it.
Yeah, we amended the supplemental ordinance to add the additional police cruiser.
sorry,
Yep.
okay,
Sorry about that. Okay, so that completes the ordinances and resolutions. We have nothing under new business, nothing under old business. Under M, council representing outside committees, the architecture review board.
Yes, just want to report that in the past few months, the Architecture Review Board has approved signage for the following businesses: Divinity Spa and Salon at 413 South Broadway. We approved signage for Rustic Roots, which is at 316 South Broadway, and
The last meeting, we approved signage for DeLong Peterson Associates at 607 South Broadway. That with architectural review board specifications, and we just approved those signs. A lot of great improvements going on downtown. The businesses, the buildings are looking really good. And we're looking forward to continued efforts and all the events are taking place downtown in the next couple of months over the holidays. So it's going to be good. And with that, I pass.
All right, is there any questions on the architecture review board? All right, thank you, Mr. Whitaker. Communications.
We received the monthly reports of September from the Income Tax Department, Fire Department, and Street Department.
Okay, and call of council.
Whitaker,
I just want to congratulate Gary Evans on his new job with the city of Troy. He did a wonderful job for us here in Greenville, and I want to congratulate Scott Wilson, who's going to do a great job for us. And with that, I pass.
Brown,
Echo the sentiments. Hadn't known Gary very long, but he's a great guy. And so look forward to see what Scott can do. And also congrats to Sergeant Monin. With that, I pass.
Neely,
I have a couple of things that I'd like to bring up. Number one, today, I attended Keith Faber, who's our auditor. I attended one of his continuing education, and it was on Ohio sunshine laws and what constitutes what those make up and how you can handle those. It deals with one of the other things that dealt with was how we as local governing bodies need to make sure that we have record retentions. Do we know when to get rid of things? And I'm sure those are all in place in our city. And one thing that I heard, at least I said I stopped counting after 10 times. If there's ever any question that any city governing person has, first stop is probably your law director. That he's the guy with the answers, and
always happy to answer those.
But he finds them for us. So I want to thank him for being in the place that he's in, which makes it easier for me to come and go, I have a concern. So I appreciate all the efforts. And this was a very interesting 3 hours. It was a little dry for my taste, but I did learn a lot of things and I made some notes. So I'll be following up on some of the things that I have a question on, okay? So forewarned, right? Okay. The other thing, I'm just a little concerned. I know we passed this ordinance, and thank you for addressing the encampment issue. That is like a bee in my bonnet. You know, you hear a lot of, I've gotten calls about how unfair we've been. We just it was just a blank cover. But I need to remind people, and myself as well, the city council does not have focus groups. We have to look for the good of what's the good for all the citizens. And one of our biggest resources in our community are our city parks and our parks in general. And I hate to think about all the things that could go wrong in the parks as far as safety, cleanliness, and also we have waterways. We have a waterway to protect. That waterway feeds into the scenic waterway in Ohio, the Stillwater River. So we have to be responsible. So for those who say that we're victimizing and labeling the homeless, if you read this ordinance, it doesn't do that. And so if I'm speaking out of turn, I just want to say that we need to all pay attention about what's going on in our city. And another thank you, and I'm done after this. Another thank you to the city, the street crew. What a nice job they did, and what professionals they were on Friday when they were assigned the task of picking up trash down on Broadway. I got a call from somebody who says, what's going on Broadway at the bridge? I hear the bishop's there. And I said, well, I don't know, but I'll go check. When I went there, what I saw were professional people bringing up bags of trash, putting it in the truck to be hauled away. I heard nothing other than we just wanted to get the trash picked up. So thank you to your crew again for all of that. So with that, I pass.
Godwin,
Now, just like to start off saying thanks for everybody that came up tonight and Dolores, you did a fabulous job about Broadway Bridge. Because I was down there this week before they came down and cleaned it. And there was raw meat down there in the water, trash. And, then I went back down later, earlier this week and how much cleaner it is. And the street department did a very good job of cleaning it up. And, that one I'll pass.
Norris,
I'll pass.
Rogers,
Pass.
President Bob Gardner.
I always give the street department kudos and, that's not an easy job to send people down there under the bridge to pick up trash when there's hypodermic needles and feces and everything else. So Matt, just kudos to your crew that went down there and cleaned that up because that was a train wreck underneath there. It was awful, pitiful the way up under that bridge looked. I've seen pictures, just appalling that someone could live in those conditions in Trudeau Park like that. So the other kudos I like to give Dolores, I would basically repeat everything you're saying, so I'm not going to say it. So exactly, you nailed it on what we're doing in the city. We have to take care of the big picture. And then I'll echo some stuff going on this week. So Thursday night, the parade, make sure everyone's attending that. I think it's really cool to show the kids the support. You have about every grade there. And then food truck rally in the park, that was a big hit last year. So come to a football game, come to the food truck rally. With that, I pass. I'll obtain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Brown to adjourn. Call the roll.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.